Little bit of mess up on the beginning, but hello, welcome back to a Europa League Roma game. This is, I think, the first one I have ever done of the Europa League, so it's going to be very exciting. There is a lot at stake here. So I'm in the comments. I had commented. I don't know who the captain is. So really quickly, I don't know who the captain is of Eintracht Frankfurt. So it's the keeper. Hang on. So one important aspect of this game is that there is a lot at stake here. So Roma, unfortunately, had a terrible start to the Europa League campaign. Lost to Elfsborg from a penalty kick and pretty much has drawn except for a couple games, a couple wins. But it is, drawing against the current number one or number four, I think, in Athletic Club Bilbao that was a decent enough start from Juric, but since then it's kind of gone downhill. Maybe three out of 7 wins, and I think I want to say 4 losses. So right now the players are walking onto the pitch, and Roma is currently seated at 21st in the new league phase of the campaign of the tournament. So what does that mean? That means that 24 out of 30, I believe it's 30. I want to say it's 30. 24 out of 30 will qualify for the round, or to play for the round of 16. Hang on. Right now, Eintracht Frankfurt is placed second in the Europa League. Big deal. So, yeah. 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss for the German side. And sitting all the way down at 21st is Roma with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 wins, 2 losses, 3 draws, giving the team a total of 9 points, sitting in 21st. There are 36 teams in this tournament, and that is essentially saying that the bottom 25 will be eliminated, or the last 9 teams, 11 teams, sorry, a lot of things. The last, strange. So if you're placed 25 through 36, you are getting eliminated from the tournament. Roma is currently sitting at 21st. A few points behind. A good amount of points behind. Lower than recommended. Oh my gosh, it's been 5 years since Roma's last won since Roma last won a tournament. Last won anything big. So, as I was saying, the top 8 automatically qualify straight to the round of 16. Then 9 through 24 will play in an elimination playoff. From 9 till 16, those will be seeded places. And from 17 to 24, those will be unseeded. So the seeded teams will go against the unseeded, and it will narrow it down to a final 8 teams that will play against the top 8. As of right now, the top 8 are Lazio, Frankfurt, Athletic Club Bilbao, Manchester United, Lyon, Tottenham, Anderlecht, and FCSB. I believe that's a Belgian club. I don't know Belgian. This is a must-win game. They don't win, they don't get enough points to qualify. truly, it's unnerving. Having a team that's not entirely certain of their own future, they kind of need as much help as possible. A win guarantees Roma qualifies, but if they draw and everybody else draws, I did the calculation today. We're about to start here in a second, but I did the calculation with a draw and everybody and all other teams draw, Roma qualifies. But that's most likely not going to be the case. So we are going to kick off here in now. So, this is a must-win game, and Roma kicked off first, so, it's very nerve-wracking. They're very nerve-wracking because there's so much at stake here. So, as things currently stand, if everything is right now, everything is the same. Like if we went in before before week 8 started, then Roma would play against some Turkish club, I think, or some random club, and then would play against Victoria Pilsen or Olympiacos, and then they would play against Lyon or Tottenham for the round of 16. So Angelino gets it up to Dovbyk. Dovbyk lays it off for Pellegrini, who has a horrible touch, and it's just booted away. But Roma wins it back, and Roma wins it back in the attacking half thanks to Paredes. And here we go. There's a lot going on. Very exciting stuff. Haven't been doing a stream in a while, but it's okay. Happy New Year, everybody. Parfait. Rasmus Christensen, the right back here, right here. He used to play for Roma for a little bit, for like one season with Jose Mourinho. After his performance, no, that wasn't that guy, but he did play for Roma for a while under Jose. Roma right now is dominating possession, which I haven't seen Frankfurt play. I don't know if that's their style or whatever. Sitting back, defending. Ball up to Dovbyk. We just can't control it. Dovbyk probably has one of the worst touches for a striker. Like, he asked for the long ball. I mean, I don't know if he asked for it, but he gets played the long ball, and every single time he gets it at his feet, it's a horrid touch. And it usually doesn't end up amounting to anything. Okay, now Frankfurt's on the attack. I kind of want to keep track of what's happening around, but I don't want to, spoil it for myself. All right. This parfait is not good. Eintracht Frankfurt is currently seated at 4th in the Bundesliga. So I was thinking maybe they would sit their main starters to kind of let them rest for the game against Wolfsburg. But when I looked at where Wolfsburg was, they were 7th. So a win or a loss did not really affect Frankfurt's standings unless Dortmund or Leverkusen. No, Frankfurt seated 3rd in the Bundesliga. Yeah, because only. Hang on. Looks like it's going to be a shot. Here's Christensen right now on the ball. calling out for a handball, but his hand was by his body, so I'm not. No. Calling for a handball by Angelino, but he was not here. It's never gonna get called. As I was saying, Frankfurt usually, usually teams that are in the top 8 or whatever, they are, they need a win or they usually rest their team so they can have it's basically like another bye. But I think the way that Frankfurt needs a win to at least tie with Lazio before the match starting, but Lazio might seat everybody. An early yellow card for Salamakers. Awesome. Awesome blossom. That is just fantastic. Stupid. All right. Eintracht Frankfurt with a free kick, like 10 yards away from the halfway line. Kone draws a foul. Good. Woo! Yeah, all onside, but... All right. Roma back on the ball. I think it's been about 50-50 in terms of possession. Did I spell Europa League right? Hope I did. Ball wide out for Angelino. Pellegrini tried to draw a foul, but he just falls. I think he tried to do a back heel, and it's not gonna. The problem was he delayed. It was a foul, but Pellegrini he flopped a little too late. So, Roma's not been. They had a good, kind of like a good barrier game after. What was it, a loss or a draw or something? They went down early against Udinese and two penalties, one Pellegrini, one Dovbyk, helped secure a win last weekend. So that was at 6 a.m. my time, so I was not watching that. You might notice things look a little differently, but it's because it's the Europa League. It's kind of harder to like everything that I have in my other streams are made for the Serie A, and it's not for Europa League. And there's a lot of differences. Like right here, the circle is a different color, and over here it's a. Hang on. Oh, cross in too far, but headed by Teat, and Salamakers out wide. Sends it back in. Angelino, over the post. post. Okay, over the crossbar. That's too much. He was coming in really late. He came in behind him. He got a little nudge that made it more difficult to head it, but he was pretty free. Roma usually gets a lot of the goal presenting opportunities. Just there's no clinical finishers. I think that's the biggest problem with the team. Oof, good move. Got blocked by an Ndicka. Good feet, but like this guy said, he had good moves, but didn't really move Ndicka anywhere. Ndicka used to play for Eintracht Frankfurt. He won this tournament with them the same year that Roma won their Conference League. So it's pretty cool. Cool little fact. I think Christensen was a part of that Roma side that won the Conference League as well. So 2 trophy winners on the same team is pretty cool. I don't even think Dybala was a part of that team. I want to say he wasn't, but maybe he was. Maybe he was. Why am I so low on... It's so strange. It's weird that my bit rate's super low. Drop frame. Yikes. So a foul on Manu Kone gives a free kick for Roma. I don't really know where, but... Oh, right in the other side of halfway. Ball up for Pellegrini. Oh my gosh! It was perfectly onside to Pellegrini. Pellegrini gets a touch. Angelino crosses it in, and Dovbyk just couldn't get his foot wrapped around it properly, and he hits it over the post. Are you kidding me? 30 million euros for this guy, and he can't finish in front of the goal. Could have been up 1-0 in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It was well spotted by Paredes, and it was a great pass. It was perfect. Pellegrini just couldn't get the right touch, so Angelino took over and worked out. Mancini's caught out. Teat driving forward, gets it into... Now Dybala just keeping possession a little bit. Oh. Paredes could not get the ball right on that. Let's check around because it is important for us right now. Braga is up 1-0 against Lazio, which means that Frankfurt with a win could potentially, with a big enough win, could potentially take over that number 1 spot. And there is a monetary bonus to being number 1. You do get more money for placing first. So that's probably going to be a huge influence. AZ Alkmaar is losing to French Varossi, which is, I believe it was one. Hi, babe. It's okay. Thank you for joining. And that is everything. That is all from all 18 games. Only 2 goals in the first 15 around Europe. So, lots to look forward to. Paulo Dybala driving forward, loses out. Now with Evan Ndicka, the former Frankfurt player. Oof, I do not want the office on right now. Let's see. Roma really has a majority of this possession. So far, it's had the only chances. 2 big ones, I think. Or maybe 1. Either way. Big chance for Roma. Now a cross in from Mancini, but it's just too far for Pellegrini and for everybody else. But Ndicka is ready to get on the other end of it. Salamakers with a shot. It's wide. There's 3 goals that could have been scored. Salamakers it was weak. It was a weak shot, but it was a shot for sure. It's a good shot. Poor Ranieri, bro. He's too old. Get this guy out of here. Let him retire. Let him retire in peace. He should tell the Friedkins to hire back Daniele De Rossi, but I think now De Rossi's a manager, so he's not interested. Oh yeah, Roma won their first away game. That's embarrassing. 1 win in 15 away games. The rest of them have been ties and losses, mostly ties, but that's still like embarrassing. Pellegrini intercepts a ball, and Dalvik just gets manhandled. And a strike from, who is that? Number 19. Oh, 8. It was a Chaibi. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he's from, but Chaibi. So, current shots. Roma 3, Frankfurt 1. Only not a single one on target for either team. Whew. Now Paredes with the ball. Oh. Obviously, if you look up the score right now, you're probably going to get a more updated version than what I'm watching because the stream is always a little bit delayed. Almost the former Bundesliga player has played against Frankfurt a number of times. Dalvik couldn't control it well enough, and it's intercepted, and now Tea is on the counterattack, leading up. Oh, my goodness. Svilar was playing... Mila Svilar, which is the goalkeeper for Roma, has been playing Superman every single match. Without question. He's constantly making superb saves, scoping things out. It's really the defense that's let him down this entire time. The defense has been letting in too many open runs, just like the one that almost happened if it wasn't sniffed out by Svilar. Like this, unmanned, unmarked. Look, onside over here. This guy's onside, and I know you can't see it, but I'm just saying, like, gosh, my eyeball. I feel like I got something in it. So just a reminder, this is a win and in scenario. If they lose or tie, they may not be able to qualify for the rest of the tournament. We have about 25 left in the first half. And another 45. Oh, slip by Angelino. That's not great. We have another, what, hour and a half ish? No, not an hour and a half. We have another like hour or so in. We have 1 hour. Excuse me for being all over the place. We have 1 hour until the first stage of the Europa League is finished. And if Roma do not win, they will most likely not have enough points to qualify. So a win and in scenario would assure a spot for Roma in the Europa League. Paredes gets fouled, but ref plays advantage. Angelino out wide. Oh. He's a high boot. My goodness. And now the counterattack is on, but severely outnumbered. It's 4 against 7. Frankfurt is severely outnumbered, excuse me. Now it's 8. 8v7. Parfait. My favorite thing about the counterattack is that if you have speed, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh! Okay, so cross in. Ndicka just doesn't even move. He's flat-footed. Svila with an incredible save that really helps. Oof. And a corner kick for Frankfurt. Yikes. So 4 attempts for Roma, 2 for Frankfurt. Only one of those has been on target, and that's Frankfurt's just now header in by Larson. Svilar, easy claim, but nobody on Roma wants to run, so we're all seated, standing around, doing nothing. Cheers. Now Pellegrini on the run. Angelino's right now, kind of, in my opinion, he's been the worst player on the pitch. Of course, it was Ndicka whose mistake almost led up. I'm lagging? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's not streaming at a high enough rate, so I gotta change it. Help. I don't know why. Stream delay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babe. I don't know what's going on. It's just not working for me. It says I'm not streaming at enough frames or enough at a high enough bit rate, which I don't know why. Thank you for the heart. But it's very confusing because it's I don't know why it's not giving me. I'm using the YouTube recommended stuff. I don't know why it's not doing that. I can see that I'm lagging, but I don't know why it's not. I don't know how to change that. Sorry, babe. I don't know how to do that. I guess I gotta. No, I'm gonna end it and I'm gonna come back. All right. Stop streaming. Hang on, really quickly.